Today's episode of Ship and Crew is brought to you by Wits End Snacks. It has the best homemade beef jerky, hot sauces, seasonings, treats, and more around. You know what? I hear this guy can really cook. And for any questions about Wits End Snacks, you can email us at witsendsnacks@gmail.com. That's wits, WHITS, and snacks@gmail.com.
Thank you, Sean. And on today's episode of Ship and Crew, Notre Dame is officially dead. The Bears are officially, possibly alive. And I was right about Texas all along. The Bills suck at making travel plans. LSU brings their Columbia jackets to Columbia, Missouri. And we'll round it out with a snake draft of our favorite Will Ferrell movies. We got a lot to cover today. Let's go. What is going on? Welcome to episode 6 of Ship and Crew. Coming at you live from Chicago, Illinois. I am George St. John.
And from Tucson, Arizona, it is your boy, Sean Whitley. Georgie, how are we doing today?
You know what, Sean? I'm a little perturbed.
Why is that?
Little perturbed. So we are recording Tuesday, October 10th. 10-10. Because you're a 10 out of 10, Sean. No, but
it's a good one, Georgie.
But yesterday, Monday, October 9th, was my least favorite holiday of the year. Nope, I'm not talking about Columbus Day. I'm not talking about Indigenous Peoples Day either. I'm talking about National Italian Americans pretend like their country is oppressing them day, which is what this holiday has become. So, a lot of debate, Sean. Some people, there's been a push past couple of years to rename Columbus Day Indigenous Peoples Day. Some people want to keep it Columbus Day. I don't know about you. This podcast with two uninformed goofballs is probably not the place to get into that argument.
Probably
Fair?
Not. I totally agree on that. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Believe whatever you want to believe. But there has been, over the past couple of years, outrage in the Italian American community that refusing to call this holiday Columbus Day, they believe, is somehow racist against Italians. Because Christopher Columbus was Italian. And, when you're trying to erase the Italians, and it's a racism. It's doing a racism. And it is the dumbest fucking take that anybody can go with. I know my name sounds British as hell.
Yeah.
But I'm an Italian American, grew up, mom and dad both come from two very proud Italian American families. It is a part of my culture. I'm very proud to be Italian.
Yeah, George, I got a quick question on that. Do you guys do the 7 fishes at Christmas?
We've done it. We've done the 7 fishes.
All right.
We've done the 7 fishes.
Love hearing that.
We don't do it every year.
Fair.
We do have some other traditions. You know what tradition we don't have?
What's that?
Complaining on the second on the first or second Monday of October that we're not celebrating Christopher fucking Columbus. That's what we don't have.
Yeah.
You know, oh, they tried to erase the Italians. Hey, no. And I'm allowed to do that accent too. As an Italian American myself,
exactly.
I listen. I grew this chest hair myself. I earned it. You know, I learned the recipe to my family's sauce. All right.
Yeah.
And we do have a sauce, by the way.
Is it gravy or is it sauce?
We're Sicilian, so we got special words for everything. We call it lunk.
Okay.
Yeah. Have I made it for you? Did I ever make it for you in college?
You need to make it for me.
I don't think I made it a lot.
This is kind of disappointing that I never got to try it.
I'll make you the sauce. But my point is, if you to all of the Salvatore Del Vecchios out there, or whoever you are, that think your country is oppressing you because we renamed a holiday after the guy who found this country like seventh. You know.
Yeah. There's little quotes around found this country.
Look at me, I found India. That's what Columbus was saying. Yeah. You want to talk about a real Italian hero? How about the guy who actually found America first? You know his name, Sean? Little history lesson. His name's Amerigo Vespucci. Did you catch anything in there?
Oh,
you know,
America.
Anything in that name? Yeah.
How can I forget that? I totally learned about that in like 4th grade.
We all learned about Amerigo Vespucci in 4th grade. The guy who actually found America, the first European to.
Okay, yeah, let's put found in quotes there.
No. Sorry. I understand people were already there, and it was their country, and again, we're a couple of morons.
We're not professionals on this subject.
Right. But the first European to land a boat.
Yes.
On this country's soil was also Italian. He also found it first and didn't think it was India. So if we're gonna get if we're gonna tie our like spaghetti noodles up in knots about Christopher Columbus, I got nothing for you other than go be stupid somewhere else. I can't deal with it.
What's his name again? Amerigo?
Oh no, Sean, I didn't do that much research. I don't know when he showed up.
Okay. I'm just curious, did he get there first or did the Vikings get there first?
I have no clue. My history book said Amerigo.
Okay, how do I spell his name?
So it's like America, but instead of CA, put GO.
Okay. All right. So the Vikings might have came to America first.
We're not doing that.
We're not getting into that. We're not getting into
we're not getting into that.
I love my Viking history, so that's why I'm pretty sure they might have said that first.
We're not doing that, all right?
I'm not taking away from you guys. I'm not.
I know. I've totally heel turned. Now I'm protecting my turf as an Italian.
I'm just throwing out facts out there, George.
Oh, we got a wise guy here. Hey. Hey. Why don't you take your Viking ass somewhere else?
I got some facts here. Hey.
We found it first. It'd be a shame if something happened to your boat. You know, you keep talking this nonsense. We can't guarantee that nothing's going to happen to the boat. This is such a stereotype. My Italian family that listens to this podcast, please don't hate me. Except if you're ardently defending Columbus Day, then you can hate me because I think your opinions are stupid. Thanksgiving's coming up. Can't wait to see you guys. Moving right along. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh man.
Go slick back your hair, wear your white tank tops, and watch Sopranos for the 10th time.
I've
Love you guys. Proud of my
actually
heritage.
I've never finished The Sopranos.
You son of a bitch.
I've watched like half of it, and then I wait, and then I'm like, shit, I need to rewatch it so that way I can remember what's going on. And so then I get through half of it again, and then I just get sidetracked. So
That
like,
that is an immediate. I've watched and rewatched it, and both times it ate up, like it totally took my life over. Where I watched
all
the
right,
whole thing.
here's this, Georgie. I'll make you a promise. Scout's honor here, whatever it was. I'll watch it. Go and watch Ahsoka.
I'm sorry. I know I said I would watch Ahsoka
We'll get into
before
that
this
later,
week.
but
We'll get into it later. Sean's mad at me, and he should be. Sorry, I didn't watch Ahsoka. We were gonna do a review of it, and I didn't watch it because I'm a lazy bum. I was busy getting upset at all the paisans who were mad about a holiday. You know, just doing like these Italians. You're Italians this week, all right? We don't get to pronounce it right. You're Italians this week. I'm so disappointed in my people.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Oh, all right.
we'll get into our non-review of Star Wars Ahsoka. But before that, we're going to before we introduce our rundown segment for our football analysis, Sean, we got another ad coming up.
Yeah, got another ad. This weekend, Georgie, I went out to this place called in Wilcox, Arizona, called Annie's Apples Orchard. I went there, got to get some produce, and dude, I came across like one of the best things I could ever see, because like one of my favorite things about making my stuff, it's all made from scratch. You know, like my jerky, my seasonings, my hot sauce, it's all produce I go to the farmers market for to pick up, and like I want the best of the best for my customers. You know. And so this weekend, I got to experience something that I haven't been able to do before, and at Annie's Apples Orchard, I got to pick the produce from the vine. Like, so that way I could pick the best peppers that I can find. Speaking of peppers, I got I'm sorry for my language here, a metric shit ton of peppers. I am dehydrating them right now. They smell so fucking good. I can't even tell you. Um, so we're making it fresh here for you guys. So come try it out. Wits End Snacks. I go to the vine to get the peppers for you guys. Like, to get this shit. Like, it is prime, dude. These jalapenos, George. What's the biggest jalapeno you've ever seen? Like, rough estimate. Like
Like probably about
like four
yay big.
inches.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
something like that.
4 inches, like probably
4 inches.
a half nickel. You know, I mean, not a half nickel, like a $half in width.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, dude. These were like
No.
this in width, dude. It's probably like 4 inch diameter in width, and probably like 6 inches long, dude. Massive.
Well,
Talk, dude. Like the produce, dude. Like, it's just unreal.
boy,
Getting it
that
fresh.
that sure is girthy.
Man, I was just like walking through pepper heaven, just like smelling it. I was, dude, glorious, glorious, glorious. But you can get more of our seasonings. We're making more seasoning right now to add to our 11 pepper plus seasoning mix. We also have some lemon pepper seasoning. We're working on some other combinations as well. And email us witsendsnacks@gmail.com. That's witsendsnacks, WHITS ENDSNACKS@gmail.com.
I do love that we had our first ad read for something other than Wits End Snacks, and it became an ad for Wits End Snacks. A little behind the scenes action. I have nothing to sell. So Sean is entirely in charge of the Wits End ad reads. And I looked I looked in our outline and I was like, "Ooh, Annie's Apple Orchard. All right, we got a new thing we're sponsoring today." And it just rolled back into Wits End Snacks. For the love of God, buy this man's snacks. Or you're going to keep hearing about it. Buy some fucking jerky.
Buy some jerky. That's,
Sorry about
buy
my
some seasoning.
Sorry about my language this week. Usually Sean's the ones wearing like I'm being bad this week. I got to tone down the language.
No, I love it, Georgie. I love it. Keep it up.
Oh man,
stick with my energy here, bud. Gotta do this together.
I'm following. We'll roll into college football. We're gonna start with my favorite game of the weekend. For those of you who are keeping score at home, at the beginning of the football season, I said Oklahoma would go undefeated. I also said Texas would find a great time to embarrass themselves. And it turns out Texas is who we thought they were. What do you think, Sean?
I think it was just a mishap, and I do think we're going to come back stronger because I think it's going to be Texas. Oklahoma, horns up, baby, horns up. Wearing an Arizona hat. No, dude, it was a tough game to watch. I was cheering for Texas. I have them in my college playoffs. There's still a path for them to get there. So it's gonna be a hard battle, hard fight. So we got it.
I'm excited to see that second loss in like 2 weeks. I don't know who they're playing. I haven't looked at the schedule. I'm not going to come in with an informed opinion on this, but I know Texas football. And if you know Texas football, you know that this ends in disappointment and sadness and everything that comes with being Texas football. Ooh, excuse me. Big burp. Hold on. Sorry, had some gastrointestinal issues there. Pretty sure that's the good Lord's way of saying shut up about Texas. But I won't, because Texas is stupid and they're going to stay stupid and they're going to keep doing stupid things. And I don't like Oklahoma either, but I like being right. So horns down, baby. It was a close game though.
It was. I did watch it. Like, for some reason, I'm just blanking on the game right now. Like, but it was, from what I remember, it's a good game. I don't know why I'm blanking on it though. But
it really was like a good back and forth. Both teams were really balanced. Both teams played well.
Yeah.
Oklahoma won by 3. And I thought on all accounts it was a nice, clean game by both teams. Oklahoma is about to do, like I said in the first episode, the most Oklahoma thing possible. They play nobody the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I think they don't. I don't know where TCU's at, but if TCU's not ranked, they don't have another ranked opponent this season. They're gonna go undefeated with the weakest schedule in sports. Go undefeated. If they can win the Big 12 championship, probably over Texas, I'm guessing.
I'd say Texas is going to be who they go up against. All right, just to real quick, they do play Kansas, who is ranked. TCU is not ranked. So
okay, what's Kansas? 24, 25,
23.
23. Whoa. Woo. Big scary Kansas. Football powerhouse. I'm scared. I'm scared of Kansas. Kansas actually looked pretty good when they played Texas a couple weeks ago. I watched that game.
Also, Texas has no ranked opponents left.
Oh my God.
So
We've been talking a lot about like how great the Pac-12 has been across the board, and how like SEC and Big Ten top teams are still doing their thing. ACC is really good too. We have not talked a lot about the ACC, and I think we should starting next week. But
yeah, and honestly, there's no Big 12 teams to talk about besides Texas and Oklahoma.
And honestly, I looked at those two teams,
and it's Kansas is the only, because Kansas is Big 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the 3 ranked teams. Only 3 ranked teams in Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the other top teams. I look at Ohio State, Michigan, USC, Florida State. I think Texas and Oklahoma get smashed by all of those teams. I think Georgia like makes half the team quit football from either of those schools. That would be such a bad blowout.
Yeah.
So no offense. I know you're trying to prop up Texas. I don't care.
Yeah,
they're
stupid.
Move along. They're stupid. And they're gonna lose like 2 more games and disappoint their fans again and again.
Okay.
And Oklahoma is gonna steal a stupid playoff spot that should go to like 7 other teams, but since they're undefeated, they're gonna put them in, which stinks.
They're not gonna be undefeated though, because they're gonna lose to Texas in the championship.
Okay. I don't agree.
Moving on to Notre Dame.
Oh, how are we feeling?
Bad.
Bad? Is it over? Is the ride over?
Their playoff contentions, like they're out. They're out of playoff contentions. That's I think they're ranked 21 right now. And so not best, not the most excited about that. They just look bad. I mean, fuck, they lost to fucking Louisville, dude. Like,
Sean, it's actually pronounced Louisville.
Get fucked.
I have a story about Louisville later. I got food poisoning in Louisville. The one time I was down there, I got food poisoning. I was at my friend's wedding. I felt bad about it. I bring that up because half of Notre Dame's team looked like they may have had food poisoning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they were just flat.
It wasn't fun to watch. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the first half, get some wings. I was pumped. I was excited, and I left at halftime. I was just like, I can't watch this here anymore. Like it's like it was just making me depressed having everyone around me cheering for fucking Louisville. And I'm just like, fuck this. I'm wearing Notre Dame hat, Notre Dame shirt. I'm like, Aaron, give me my check. I gotta get the fuck out of here. She's like, yeah, I can tell. Like, yeah.
Aaron?
By the way, yeah, Aaron Weaver, she went to college with us.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you're that scumbag who makes friends with random wait staff.
Well, I am that scumbag also, because
you are.
If I'm going to like my regular spot over and over, I'm gonna make friends with them. Why wouldn't
I? You don't call them by their name though. Like, oh,
have you never been a regular at a bar, Georgie?
Yes, I've been a regular at a bar.
But I'm talking like post college regular, like where you're going there Okay, like there was a
Sean,
time.
I'm a stand-up comic. There are bars I go to weekly. There is a bar I go to every Monday night, and I have to pay in cash. And I know the bar, and like if I don't have cash and I bring my card, the bartender will give me shit. And like, yes, I've been a regular at a bar before.
Okay, because
But
I've made dude, you know this. I made friends with fucking Shifty at the Nut in college.
Shifty,
Like
rest in peace to the shift
rip,
master.
rip, dude. That's not a scumbag move. That's just being a person. That's just making friends. Call me a scumbag now, Georgie?
I guess
Like,
over time.
wow.
But you're not. I thought like this was the first time you had
Oh
met.
God, no.
You
Like
know,
it's building rapport that you over time. Like it's not the
Mhm.
first night.
Oh my God! Like first time you're out of iced tea.
Jesus.
Rachel, I'm out of water. I'm out of iced tea.
No, fuck no, Georgie. I'm not
All
that
right,
guy.
all right. I misread the situation. Also,
Obviously.
I didn't realize that Aaron from college.
Aaron, I don't know if I'm not gonna say her last name, so that way,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. You know,
Our
privacy.
friend Aaron.
Yeah. But she watches Rogan for me for when I have to go on work shit and all that stuff when I go out of town. She's pretty great. So
She is pretty cool.
anyway, yeah, Notre Dame, they're down. Like I just hope they, I just hope they make a fucking bowl game this year. Like that's where I'm at.
They'll
I'm
make
going
something.
I'm going to the Pitt game, so as long as they win the Pitt game, I'm gonna be a happy man. Like that's all I ask for. You know?
Do you remember? I went to a Notre Dame Pitt game a long time ago, like when we were in middle school.
Long time ago.
It was they went into triple overtime. It was like end of the Charlie Weiss era, like right before he got fired. Maybe a couple years. But LaShawn McCoy was running back for Pitt.
Hold on, George.
LaShawn McCoy.
This was a home game at Notre Dame?
Yes, it went into 3 overtimes. LaShawn McCoy ran all over Notre Dame.
We were at the same game.
No.
No.
Oh
no,
we weren't. No way.
Bro.
No.
Oh my gosh.
The triple overtime and we lost?
Yeah. Oh. Shut the fuck up.
Unbelievable.
It was their longest overtime in history.
It was.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then I went to Rocco. Was it Rocco's? Oh my gosh, I gotta look this up. My aunt is gonna be so mad at me if I got it wrong.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That is hysterical.
Also, I love that it was a loss. Like, like we can't even have a good memory about the game. It was so heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh.
I was sitting next to a guy at the game, this old guy, who just kept yelling, "Throw it to Rudolph! Throw it to Rudolph!" Kyle Rudolph was on the team at the time. We are so aggressively, like, I keep dating myself, LaShawn McCoy and Kyle Rudolph.
Wow, dude.
Jimmy Clausen was the quarterback. Let's just keep dropping names. What else we got? Drop some names.
Oh my gosh. Rocco's. All right, I was right. Rocco's restaurant. We went there afterwards. Have you guys ever had Rocco's? Sorry, I'm going way off topic.
I don't think so. I haven't been to a Notre Dame game in years, but when we used to go, we had a like dedicated tailgate group,
Mm-hmm.
Club Slug. It was actually called Club
Hell
Slug.
yeah.
My uncle found it, and he's just like this. Like, this is the coolest thing. It was just a bunch of these old guys who were just like goofballs. They had a butt kiss grill. You know what a butt kiss grill is?
I feel like I've heard of it.
So it's this old grill. It was a Dick Butkus product. So
Yeah.
rest in peace to
Yeah.
the one of the greatest linebackers of all time. But
Easily.
it was just like this metal box that you just put newspaper in and grilled on newspaper.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And so I had a burger off of a Butkus grill. But
Hell yeah.
it was just a bunch of these old dudes. I don't think any of them went to Notre Dame.
Sure.
They were just guys.
Yeah.
And my
Hell
uncle
yeah.
found them and was like, "You guys got to come to Club Slug." And it was hilarious.
That's great, dude. That's
I
absolutely amazing.
I have one more story and then we'll get off of Notre Dame. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's hear it.
At Club Slug, I think 2 times that we went was former Notre Dame football player and former Green Bay Packer Red Mac. Red Mac was on the Lombardi teams that won the first
Okay.
Super Bowls. So
Hell yeah.
he's got a Super Bowl. He's also passed away. Everybody's passed away. We're getting old. We're getting
Yep.
old.
Yes, we are, Georgie.
But yeah, he was an older guy, and he wore his Super Bowl 1 ring.
Fuck. Yeah, dude, that's badass as
And
hell,
so
dude.
so my cousins and I, here we are, middle schoolers, just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my god, he was in the first Super Bowl. He's telling stories about like,
Yeah.
playing with Lombardi and stuff like that. Notre Dame. I know you love Vince Lombardi more than
I
anybody.
love Vince Lombardi, man. I'm so jealous of you right now.
But
Can't even tell you.
he let us try on the ring. And here's the problem.
Bruh.
He let us try on the ring. And so my 2 cousins try on the ring first, and then I try it on.
Mm-hmm.
I was a chubby kid. I try on the ring and it gets stuck. Red Max
Bro.
Super Bowl 1 ring got stuck on my fat sausage finger.
Oh my gosh, that is too fucking funny.
So he's off talking to people about butt kiss grills or something. And I tell my cousins like cover me. I gotta pull this ring off. I am like I am sweating profusely. Like I just stole a Super Bowl ring.
Oh my gosh.
And somehow I get it off and he never notices.
Hell yeah.
But that's the time I wore and almost couldn't take off a Super Bowl ring.
Damn.
From Red Mac. Those were some fun. I'm sorry. I can't believe we went to the same game. That's
wild.
This has totally thrown me off.
Yeah. That's insane. Anyways, we'll move right along. That is like I still can't get over the fact that we were at the same game.
That's
ridiculous. That's insane. How
have we never talked about that?
Dude, I have no fucking idea.
How has that never come up?
That's what I've definitely have told you that my aunt and uncle flew me out to Notre Dame games every year.
Yeah.
So
we've definitely talked about games.
Yeah, like I can't believe we never put 2 and 2 together.
Wow, we drank too much in college. I think that's what it comes
Obviously.
down to.
Next game, Arizona. They look so fucking good, dude. I can't believe it. I absolutely love it. They almost beat USC. They took them to triple overtime. And see, here's the thing: triple overtime. We just talked about Notre Dame triple overtime, but the triple overtime now is so lame. It's just 2 point conversions now. So it's not a true triple overtime, if you ask me. But they still took him to triple overtime. USC beat them 41-43. Such a shame.
But
they look good.
I actually watched part of that game after we talked about Arizona last week. I'm like, I'm going to see if Sean's full of it.
They look good.
I thought maybe you could be overselling them a little bit. And no, you were right.
I'm wearing my Arizona hat for a reason today, baby. They look good, man.
They look no shame in losing by 2 in OT to USC.
And losing to who was the other Washington, and by 7, and fucking I can't remember the other one. Ole Miss.
Yeah.
All over that's insane.
I mean, for a team that's never had great success in the time I've watched college football, Arizona looks solid. I like what they're about.
They're exciting to watch, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch more Arizona games.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out to another one before this season's over because they're fun. They're so much fun, dude.
Fun teams are fun. Speaking of fun teams, we're gonna talk about the team probably having the least amount of fun in college football right now, the LSU Tigers. We had the we had the classic Tiger Bowl. LSU goes to Columbia, Missouri to play Missouri, and
bring your Columbia jackets.
And our good friend, a well-known celebrity friend of the program, Kelly Bryan, came out with the dumbest joke I have ever heard anyone tell. So we'll try to get the video in post, but no promises because it's late.
Oh my gosh.
So he's being interviewed, and at the end of his interview, before they fly out to Columbia, he's like, he tells the reporters, "All right, I'll see you in Columbia. Bring your Columbia jackets." And that was like exactly the cadence. Bring your Columbia jackets. And then he like turns around and he's like,
brutal.
That was a joke. Good old Kelly Bryan.
It was so, dude, you sent me that clip. That was fucking hilarious, man.
The moment I saw that clip, I was like, oh my God, we got to talk about it.
Unreal.
That is, as a stand-up comic, just an awful joke. But like, you can tell dumb joke. Like, I have really dumb jokes. Like kind of like that. You gotta like smile and be goofy and like make sure go over the top so that people know you're making a joke. You can't just stand up there on stage. We'll see you in Columbia. Bring your Columbia jackets. That would never work. Brian Kelly needs to
good
go
thing
to an
he's not a
open mic
comedian.
and sharpen that one up.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's a football coach. That's for sure.
Oh my God. I love just like sad Brian Kelly is my favorite Brian Kelly. There's angry and then there's sad Brian Kelly, and I like that. Anyway, that's all we got for college football. We're gonna move into our NFL games of the week. A lot of okay games, I would say. Nothing too crazy. Got a question for you, Sean.
Yeah.
Are the Bears back?
I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but they might be back.
They look
It
good.
also could have been a little Kung Fu Panda action here, where was it Master Shifu? Master Oogway passes away to Master Shifu. Dick Buck is dying, and like the Bears have to do it now. Like, so I think it's like kind of they had to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
It was a must win. If they lost, then they would have been the worst team in Chicago history. It doesn't matter if they would have won out the season after this. If they would have lost the game after Dick Buck died, I just totally mispronounced his name there. I felt like
I didn't.
um,
I heard like Dick Buttus.
yeah. But if they would have lost that game, then they would have been the worst team ever. So they had to win. It was a must win game for them, and they did. They won 40-20. They looked kind of good.
And the Commanders,
but
not a bad team either.
no, like the Commanders are looking decent, and I mean they beat my Broncos. I mean, like it's not saying much, but the Broncos did beat the Bears. So
I was gonna say outside of the Bears, everybody's beating the Broncos. Zach Wilson beat the Broncos this week.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about them.
But Justin Fields looked good. He looked really good. They're letting him run again. What a novel concept. Your quarterback, who's the best athlete on the field, maybe let him run sometimes. I don't know what the Bears are doing. But anyway, happy for the Bears, happy for Fields. I hope it keeps going. You know, and I wish them the best moving forward. A team I don't wish the best moving forward, and I hope they fail at everything. The Buffalo Bills did something really stupid this weekend,
dude,
when they went to London to play the Jaguars. Like
they did the terrible. Why would you
Sean,
ever do this?
Sean, what happened?
They fucking flew out Friday instead of getting there a week earlier. Like
Mm-hmm.
they got there like was that not even 72 hours before the game. Like they had one full day of rest probably. Like before the game. Like how fucking dumb can you be? You got it. You got. They should have been in the flight, on the fucking plane right after their game on Sunday. They should have been there on the plane Sunday night. Say goodbye to the family, kiss the babies, adios. See you in a week. Get on there, get there, rest up a day, rest on the fucking plane, and then move on and take care of business. Take care of the fucking Jags instead of losing 25-20. Sorry, a little rant
No,
there.
you're right. I totally agree. And even if they don't leave on Sunday, you know, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Friday,
Yeah,
that is egregious.
dude, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Like I was I was so shocked to hear that, because they're a team, they came out flat and like
Yeah,
out of it. Stephon Diggs had a temper tantrum on the sideline. That's just lack of sleep, man. You know, not his fault. But I'm glad the Bills are still a stupid organization. I hate them, and you know, congratulations on being bad at travel.
I wonder if your Dolphins will learn from this mistake when they go to Frankfurt and play the Chiefs.
That's going to be a wild game.
Dude, that's going to be insane.
It's going to be a great game in Germany. It was supposed to be in Kansas City, and I was going to get tickets. I was looking at tickets for a long time, and then they announced they were going to Frankfurt, and I was just like, 9. Sorry.
Man.
So 9 means no in German, for those of you who don't know that. I don't know why I needed to explain that. I don't know.
I don't know why either. You should move along to the Steelers game, eh?
Yeah. Anyway, you got me talking about the Dolphins. This is your fault. What game? I'm trying to look at the list.
Steelers beat the Ravens.
Yes.
Yes.
Steelers are 3-2, Sean. Did we forget? Like that the Steelers are the Steelers?
They came out soft. This season, I should say. Not this. I feel like this game they looked good. For the most part, I didn't get to watch a lot of it. But overall, like I think the AFC East, right?
AFC North.
North, my mistake. Yeah, AFC East is your Dolphins. How could I ever forget?
I remind you enough. That's on you.
That is on me.
I'm quite insufferable.
I blame it on the 12 concussions. The AFC North, like the Bengals are the worst team in that division right now.
That's crazy.
Like that's wild. Like that shouldn't be, and that's what it is. And so like the Steelers are just they usually play their conference very strong, and they're always going to come out strong against them. I feel like
I think
they're hard nosed.
I think they're just consistent. I think when you have a coach that's there so long in Mike Tomlin, there's just so much consistency in the way that they do things that I think it's impossible for a team like that to stay down in the basement forever. Mm-hmm. So, and maybe Kenny Pickett's figuring some stuff out, Kenny Two Gloves. I just wanted to say Kenny Two Gloves. But, maybe he's starting to hit his stride and they're going to do all right. I think they make the playoffs. I think they sneak in. Nobody's calling it. Steelers are, good franchises are hard to find. And the Steelers are one of them. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Speaking of good organizations, not really. Another dumb organization, the New England Patriots, dropped an awful game at home against the Saints, 34-0. Bill Belichick, Sean. How does this look for old Billy?
It's not the best look for him. I think there's a couple things that go into this. It could be is he washed up? So a couple questions to this. Is he washed up? Are his players not as good as they used to be? Like he had Randy Moss, he had Julian Edelman.
No, you can have Randy Moss. Julian Edelman, most overrated player in any sport ever. And I'll talk about that later.
Tom Brady.
We don't have time, but we're going to address that at some point. I hate Julian Edelman.
He just doesn't have the core that he used to have. So is it that, or is it because they built this fucking lighthouse there, and they're they're 0-3 since they built that lighthouse at home? So who's to say what it is? But I'm just spitting facts.
I'm not talking about that damn lighthouse. That didn't do anything. Having a playbook from the 70s and one guy doing all the coaching, I think there was a Belichick way, and I think it's over because it all falls apart without Tom Brady. And I think without Brady being there, I think a lot of players were like, is this worth it?
Yeah, because Tom Brady just brought this certain level of expectation when he not from himself, but from his entire teammates. I feel like it's been talked about in interviews about him. So I think losing him really the Belichick way could be successful if you had the right leader in place Mac Jones is not that leader for anyone to buy in on.
No, but he also doesn't have any help. I think with Brady, no other player on that offense.
Help. Yeah.
Other than Randy Moss and Gronk, his receivers not Gronk. That great. Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan, Julian Edelman, garbage. We only know who these guys are because of Tom Brady. And now Belichick is like, well, I've never needed to spend a lot of money on receivers. You do now. Devontae Parker ain't going to cut it. No, I think he's washed up. There's still some great some great things that he can do as a coach. Maybe he needs to get out of New England. Maybe he needs to go somewhere else.
He looks like he could use a fresh start somewhere.
Yeah, Chicago.
Maybe Arizona.
The Cardinals, they just got a coach.
I wouldn't mind getting to go watch a game with Belichick.
Oh, you want to watch a game with Belichick?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Oh,
I've never been able to watch a game with him coaching. I think it'd be cool to see.
Oh my
before he retires.
He would be no fun.
Who cares?
I think he lined up offsides.
Yeah. It would have been cool to get to go to a game. Like, yeah, I got to see that coach in his heyday.
Mm-hmm.
When he had Tom Brady.
God, if you went to a game with Belichick, he'd be going off about like the one white slot receiver who's 5'9", 170, just runs great routes.
Oh, man.
Belichick's favorite.
You know who runs great routes, though? George Kittle with the 49ers.
Oof.
Bro, dude, they looked absolutely electric this weekend.
And every weekend.
Yeah, the 49ers are so fucking good. It's insane.
They look so much better than everyone else.
So much better. I don't know who, obviously they could, it's NFL. Anyone could beat anyone, but, they look hard to beat. The Cowboys, they were, where are they? They were 3-1 going into this weekend? Or is this the fifth weekend?
3-1 going into the weekend.
Yeah. Now, dude, they granted they lost to the Cardinals, but, there's flukes. It's the NFL. The Cardinals also look good, but that's besides the point.
They look pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a fluke down there.
I don't think so either. I think we got something special brewing down here. Anyways.
Sean's positive about a team from Arizona. Who would have thunk?
But dude, George Kittle, first off, I love him and hate him. Why do I love him? He's just such a great tight end. I hate him because he beat me in fantasy football this weekend. Motherfucker had 3 touchdowns, looked absolutely electric. Dude, insane. And remember when we were back earlier this podcast season when we were talking about Iowa tight ends?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this Iowa tight end, and I can't remember who the other Iowa tight end was, but they both scored a touchdown this weekend doing the same exact play.
Was it Sam Laporta or TJ Hawkinson?
Sam Laporta. That's who it was. Thank you.
Hawkinson's an Iowa guy, too. There are a lot of Iowa tight ends right now.
There's a lot. Oh, yeah. We talked about this earlier this year. And you realized real quick that there's a lot. But yeah, no, dude. Both Iowa tight ends ran the same play. I watched a video earlier today. George Kittle texted his tight end coach. He was like, "Dude, they ran our play." And the tight end coach texted him back. He's like, "Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna do it better." Dude, here's the table. What bam?
what you putting on that table, Sean?
He put his dick down, dude. He just whipped it out, man. He was.
I didn't think you were going to say it. This is a family show, Sean.
Yeah, okay, sure.
The kids might see this.
No, dude, I thought absolutely electric. But yeah, 49ers look absolutely insane.
I mean, the Eagles are 5-0, and it doesn't even look the same. That's how like well the 49ers are clicking right now.
Yeah.
I mean, my I don't gamble. I don't gamble at all. My roommate tried to convince me to take a bet in like the Vegas odds of San Francisco going 17-0 is pretty good right now. So
yeah.
if I like, he said like, if you put $10 down, you'll get like 2,000. I'm like, well.
See, George, that's your first mistake. You don't bet $10. You bet $2. Like at most 5. Like you never like that's I mean, Grant, I don't have a lot of units to work with, so that's just me.
Me neither. We started a podcast. Obviously, we're both poor.
Yeah, we are. We're living the dream here.
Woo! I had PB&J for dinner. I actually didn't, but I've done it before.
I've had that before. I've also had buttered noodles for dinner before.
Oh, well, buttered noodles are
lovely.
Let's
are you dissing on a PB&J? Because honestly, a PB&J is one of my go-tos.
No, I'm not pissing on either of those things. I could live entirely off of those things. Like buttered noodles, underrated. People
totally underrated.
People are like, "Oh, that's peasant food." Mm-mm.
I love it. Like, dude, that's like literally noodles and rice are my two things I eat a lot. Like my two like go-to things I eat with my meals, but I lean towards those noodles a lot. Just do little butter noodles with little garlic, a little parmesan, man.
Oh, you season the butter noodles. Okay, I wanted to get into this. You beat me. You beat me to it. I put like, excuse me. I don't know why I'm burping so much, but I put all types of seasonings into my butter noodles.
Lemon pepper seasoning, dude.
Ooh.
And it's not to get into my ad read early, but it's my lemon pepper seasoning that I make.
You are shameless.
Absolutely shameless. I need to get a hat. That's the hat I need to get. I need to make myself a hat and start wearing that. That's instead of switching hats every week.
I'd wear your hat. I'd wear a Wits End hat.
Hell yeah.
We got to get it in a big size though, because you know,
dude,
the circumference.
We do snapbacks in this household, and they go down. Like they have to go down towards the ear here. Like they're not none of that high rising shit, man.
Have you measured your head size?
A long time ago, I used to have a cowboy hat, but my head outgrew my cowboy hat, so I can't remember how big my head is.
I'm a full 8.
I can't remember what I need to remeasure it. So you measured your head, but you've never measured your hand wingspan?
No. New Era doesn't size their hats like that for gloves, so it's really. I just buy whatever glove fits right at Target.
Fair.
Also, not wearing a ton of gloves. But no, I like measured my head. Like, have you ever worn any of those hats that have the like the inch measurements on them? Like 7.5, 7 3/4.
Oh yeah, my Irish caps. Yes.
So
I mean, I can go run and grab my Irish cap real quick if you want me to find this out.
I'm at a full 8 inches.
Can't
But
remember what I'm at.
no, that's all right. We'll look up the hat size for next time.
Yeah.
Save a little something for the audience. Anyway. That's yeah. Got a big ass head. So if you make hats, I'll
Oh yeah.
If they're big enough, I'll wear it.
Fair.
But why don't you roll into your ad read? I feel like I took too much of your time there. Sean's giving me the shut the fuck up and move on face a little bit tonight, and that's fair.
Anyways, we'll move right into my ad read. So Wits End Snacks. Hopefully, it's our last ad read of the night here. But we have the best product around. It's all homemade, like I've been selling it. It's all made fresh. My lemon pepper seasoning. Let me talk about that a little bit, Georgie. You know what I do with my lemon pepper seasoning? You know how I make my lemon pepper seasoning?
What do you do?
I first have to make limoncello. So guess what? We also sell limoncello at Wits End Snacks.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I make my own limoncello. You gotta peel the lemons and you gotta soak them in vodka for a month. Then you gotta make a simple syrup, let that soak for a day. Then you strain it all out, and then you dry out the lemon peels, and you crush up the lemon peels, and you add some homemade pepper seasoning kit, and bada bing, bada boom, lemon pepper seasoning, baby.
That was an Italian stereotype. So we make it the limoncello, and bada bing, bada boom. You got the limoncello.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I learned this limoncello recipe from my Italian grandmother. I myself am not Italian, but growing up, I have this. She's been a grandma figure to me my entire life. She taught me a lot of her recipes. She never taught me her gravy recipe, but she made it for me a lot. But she taught me how to make limoncello, and that's one of the things that I love. So I make my own limoncello, Georgie.
All of your products followed a theme until the limoncello. We got beef jerky. We got spices and rubs. We got hot sauce. And by the way, we have this delicious Italian drink made from citrus. It's a lemon infused liqueur.
Also, by the way, limoncello can only be bought locally. That cannot be shipped. So that one you would have to come and visit me, or I'd have to bring it to you. Because I don't think I can ship that, can I? I'd have to look into that.
Oh, I think you can ship.
Can I?
As long as, there's ways to do it.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. If you want some limoncello, I'll get you some limoncello. We will figure out a way. The holiday season's coming up. So what better time to place your order now so that way you can make sure to have it in time for the holidays.
Those peppers you're working on right now, when are those going to be available?
The seasoning kit. So those will be grind up into my seasoning kit. These are going to be dehydrating for the next almost 24 hours, honestly, Georgie. So they'll be used for jerky. They'll be used for some. I'm going to be making a batch of limoncello here after I move. So I move November. Ooh, nope, I might have to start it early. I might need to start it here this month so that way I can have it in time for the holiday season. But excuse me, but yeah, all of it will be ready if you place your order. We can make it happen. Beef jerky is the quickest to get together. Hot sauce. We have a few things left. This is one of our pints of hot sauce. This is one of my first batches. Carolina Reaper, Ghost Pepper, Scotch Bonnet, and Habanero. It is a kick. It is absolutely lovely. But we will also have pints, and we have 8 ounces. And I'm going to be working on a different jarring method also to try to get little shaker bottle type stuff, like instead of mason jars.
Little shaker bottle. This is by far the dirtiest episode we've ever done.
You made it that way.
You did this. I'm not taking the blame for that. I went to an American middle school, Sean. And so did you. That one is not on me.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. But yeah, no, this is definitely getting an explicit rating on this one.
Yeah.
But anywho, I think at some point we just decided to be done with football there. So we'll move right along. What were we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about Star Wars and how you haven't watched it yet, but we kind of already touched on it. Because
sorry.
We brought up The Sopranos, and so like it got being me, we got sidetracked earlier. So talk about it briefly here, but yeah, why the fuck haven't you watched it yet, Georgie?
Because I'm doing stuff. All right. I have just a blossoming stand-up comedy career. That's where I'm making. That's where I'm making the big bucks.
Big bucks. Yeah, your tech company job isn't giving you the life you want.
They're not giving me big bucks either. Nobody's giving me big bucks. They just say, here, have some cedar plank salmon for lunch. Tech companies, man.
Must be nice.
I went from working at a public school where, like, if you forgot to bring your lunch, you could buy the school lunch for $3 to cedar plank salmon for lunch at a tech company. And I gotta
damn.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, the $3 school lunch, not salmon.
Are we sure it was even real meat?
We don't know what it was. Like the fish sticks that are a perfect rectangle.
Yeah.
Like,
oh man.
Is this locally sourced?
Yeah, in the middle of Iowa.
Is this locally sourced frozen fish nuggets?
Anyways, so Star Wars, you're gonna watch it this week?
I'm gonna watch it this week.
That way we can review it next week.
Yes, I do like all of the Star Wars shows that they've been doing.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian, I actually love.
Loved it.
Not actually, but so good.
Mm-hmm.
Love those characters. I love that Disney keeps trying to give Baby Yoda a name, and we've been fighting it all the way.
It's Baby Yoda.
Like, they're like, oh, actually, his name is Grogu. And we're just like, no, I don't think so.
Did you see that?
He's Baby Yoda.
Speaking of Grogu, though, did you see? I can't remember what the place is called, but it's I think it was in India. The Star Wars production place there, whatever it is, they replaced the Yoda statue with a baby Yoda statue.
Baby Yodes.
Yeah, so they took out the old and put in the new, and apparently they're supposed to be shutting down, but they're replacing statues. So who knows if they're actually shutting down? But this is what happens with me. You only get a half story because I can't remember it all. So
it's all good, man. It's all good, man. But you know what I think they should have done with these Star Wars shows? We talked about this.
Ooh,
before.
Yes.
We I think it would be great if all of these Star Wars shows, because of the stories that they're telling, I would love if they were all like one Game of Thrones style show.
Mm-hmm.
Where like you have different parts of each episode with different people. You can see what's going on with Mando and Baby Yodes, and then like later in the episode you see what's going on with Ahsoka and whatever she's doing in that show that I definitely know all about and can provide context. And then like later in the episode we go back to Mando and Baby Yoda and Boba Fett shows up. Like, that is how they should have done it. I don't know if they could. Agree. I don't know if they had this planned the way it is, but
I think that we wouldn't have gotten the Mandalorian right away if they would have had to go down that path. I think people would have been really pissed off if they had to wait longer to try to get all of those stories kind of synced up, you know? Because like they probably got the idea for. I mean, when did we know about Ahsoka? Was it probably she came into Mandalorian was a season 2?
Season 2.
Yeah, so like
My
they
favorite
probably came
episode
up,
of season 2 is when she showed up.
dude.
And they
insane.
had that like showdown in the town.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
That was dope.
Agreed.
Not the most explosive episode, but like badass.
Agreed. That was a great episode. That was the same season where Grogu was eating the eggs, right?
Yeah. that was the first episode where the kid started to turn into a dickhead, which is my favorite development in The Mandalorian.
He's like, fuck you.
Like, nah, I'm gonna eat this shit. Like I love that he's kind of a brat. Like they did not have to do that. Like they could have just had this cute little alien puppet who everybody's in love with. But instead they're like, you know what? He's going to be a little bit of an asshole. It's my favorite Star Wars development.
Yes. I think they didn't have as much planned for him in the first season, and when they realized that people actually loved him, that they had to start adding more more towards his character and to his character development than just being there, you know.
I know. But the eggs and like sometimes he's just
so fucking funny.
Sometimes he's just like, I'm gonna choke a guy out. Like,
I mean, he is 50 years old, so you know, like
he kind of casually picks it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll eat an animal today. Oh my god! So I'll watch Ahsoka, and we will watch next week, or we will discuss it next week. I'm gonna be way too late for a review, but promise is a promise. Yeah. Do we want to just jump into the draft?
I say we just jump into the draft.
Okay. Yeah, we're close to the end of the line here.
Do we want to talk about this quick? Just like mention it. Let's mention it.
All right, let's give it a mention.
So we got some exciting news. I mean, if you haven't heard already, like I don't know where you've been because by the time this has come out, but in the 2028 Olympics that are going to be held in LA, we finally have some football.
Woo!
We have football. Not
football.
That soccer football. We have American football.
Football.
Sort of.
Sort of.
It's 5v5 flag football, but
I'll take it.
Gives a shit. We got fucking football, baby. Football. Like that is dope. Football. No, that's some just exciting shit, and yeah, no, I think it's gonna be fun to have. Because where is it? Paris is next year, and then we got LA. Man, dude, great.
No,
love it.
Are they gonna get pro players to play flag? Like, do you think the NFL is going to recruit the guys? Because I know there's like an international flag football league, and we have a Team USA because I did research on it this morning.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they'll go with like that national team, or do you think like Justin Jefferson is going to join the flag?
See, here's
like we doing a full dream team. I think we should.
Here's the problem. I'm not against the dream team, but they already have an international flag football team. I think what it comes down to is football versus flag football, I feel like you might need to get a little mindset different for the NFL players who are used to catching a ball, lowering their shoulder, and hitting someone versus someone who's already kind of I don't know. I don't want to get too down to this because we want to stay on time.
I
here.
know. I disagree with you though. I don't think Tyreek Hill, because he plays like tackle football, he's still
it's more like we were looking at like Travis Kelce for our snapper. He's one, and DK Metcalf that I think are both kind of they're intimidators. Which they might lower their shoulder a little bit. They might get a couple penalties.
I think that's great. Like,
builds character.
Sweden shouldn't be good at football. We got to put them in their place. We're America, damn it.
Fair. That's true.
Give me DK Metcalf, and we'll just throw jump balls all day long. Like, after Tyreek, DK is the first guy I would call. Anyway.
All right, let's move into draft.
So, same rules as the past two episodes, snake draft. We are going to draft the top Will Ferrell movies. Took a look at the list. He from 1998 to 2010, nothing but bangers, and we're excited. This one's going to get competitive. I think we have a lot of the same movies.
Yeah.
My number one pick is going to be a shocker, but
well, you have the 1-1, Georgie, so take it away.
All right. With the first pick in the 2023 Will Ferrell movie draft, I will be selecting. Oh my God, I forgot the name. We just talked about it. The Other Guys.
Okay. I respect that pick.
The Other Guys is my absolute favorite Will Ferrell movie. It's one of my favorite movies, period. I love
you
it.
For that, Georgie. I thank you for that because I get my first pick and my second pick. I am taking Elf as my 1-2 pick.
Overrated.
Get the fuck out of here.
Overrated.
Get the fuck out of here.
Overrated.
Whatever.
Overrated.
Whatever.
Overrated.
Wrong. Whatever. Moving on. My second pick is going to Ricky Bobby.
Oh,
Talladega Nights. Yeah, baby. If you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, that was absolutely going to be my next pick.
Shake it before you bake it.
That was absolutely going to be my next pick.
If you don't shoot Big Red, fuck you.
The Jackhawk 9000, now available at Walmart. That movie does not get the right amount of love. 100% agree with you. So pissed. I thought for sure you weren't going to take that one.
Fuck no, dude. I was totally taking that one, man.
Oh God, that changes everything on my list. I'm gonna take one away from you. 2-2. I'm going with Anchorman.
All right. That's a good pick. It was definitely on my list.
I'm going with Anchorman, and I'm going with Old School.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
You fucker! You took Talladega Nights. I'm playing dirty. Anchorman. People like to say Anchorman's overrated, and you are wrong. All right. Again.
No, I think that's a solid pick. I think Anchorman 2 might be a little overrated. I'm not saying
I thought it was good.
It's good. I just think Anchorman, the original, was just so much better.
It was because it was like the amount of quotes from a movie that we use, like it was just set up for us to quote that entire movie forever. So, and then Old School is just,
dude,
Will Ferrell makes that movie.
We're going streaking through the quad.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
Do you trust me?
his character specifically, as he just like so quickly loses it. Frank the Tank, Frank the Tank.
Oh man, such a classic.
That's another one people don't talk about normally, but it's the best. It is the best.
All right, my next one, Step Brothers.
Okay, it was time.
It needed to go off the table.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It's I really enjoy it, but I know if we didn't pick this one, especially in the top 3 picks, I think people would have been coming at us.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was really up there. But I don't know. Old school beat it out.
Yeah. No, I totally, I would have done the same fucking thing. So I like old school was going to be my next pick. So you literally like you did the right move there, Georgie.
We have picked outside of Elf. We have picked the top 5 Will Ferrell movies so far.
Elf is definitely there. Okay, so this one I'm conflicted on. I am so conflicted on this.
Okay.
I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Kicking and Screaming.
You son of a bitch. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was my next pick. Oh, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I watched that movie recently. Like,
it's so fucking good, dude. I love it.
A couple months ago. I don't think Mike Ditka gets enough credit for how seriously he took that role.
Dude, it was so funny.
Like athletes, professional athletes, coaches, celebrities, like they do cameos all the time, and they do like 1 scene or 2 scenes, or they just like phone it in. I think Kareem in Airplane is the only thing that comes close to Mike Ditka in Kicking and Screaming. He fully committed to that part.
He went all in. It was glorious. Such a great movie.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna just get into a fight with Robert Duvall. Okay, I'm in. Can I smoke? That was rate that impression. Be honest, that was not great.
It wasn't great, but
no, that was a really bad impression.
It was bad. We're gonna save you and not give you the rating.
0 out of 10. Got it. If you're not gonna rate it, it's a 0.
2.5.
2.5 out of 10.
It's got some work.
Honestly, that's better than I expected. That was a bad impression, and I'm sorry I did
it. What's your next pick, Georgie?
Oh man, I thought for sure you wouldn't have picked Kicking and Screaming yet. This messes it. Yeah. This messes up my entire list.
Good. Good. I'm so happy.
The next one I moved up was oh my god, I should have written it down. I didn't think you'd take Kicking and Screaming.
You know what the funny thing is? I had Kicking and Screaming at my 4 pick, and I got it in my 4 pick. That is just prime.
I thought for sure you wouldn't. Can we take a quick timeout? I need to look at the list.
No.
Oh,
go.
Fuck. Okay.
You should have written it down, buddy. Gotta have it written down.
All right.
Come on, man.
All right.
I'll give you 3. Do you want me to list three movies?
No, I'm just gonna go with Zoolander.
All right, solid. I give you that.
I know he's not the main character, but I think he's in it enough where
he is. I give you that.
Like we can talk about it. I think that is
it's a good movie.
It is one of his best roles. Mugatu. Absolutely insane. And then I had Anchorman 2 for my last one. I'm pretty high on Anchorman as a whole.
Man, okay, all right.
Again,
Man, you left me a lot of choices
so
here,
incredibly
man.
quotable. I know, but you took mine. You took a lot of the ones in my wheelhouse. Like Step Brothers is up on the list. Talladega Nights, Kicking and Screaming. Those are all. I like those movies better than most of my picks. Like, I like all of those movies better than the other guys.
And you fucked
Or
up
no,
and took the other guys,
not
man.
no. I like the other guys only better than all of your movies.
Gotcha.
No,
Okay.
I said that wrong. I like your list more than mine right now, except for Elf.
So my last pick, I thought I was going to have to go to like this deep secret one of his, because I asked you when we were prepping for this, how long are we looking for this? And so you didn't really understand my question.
No, I didn't.
This isn't going to be my number 5 pick. I'm going to throw this in an honorable mention now, if that's okay.
Okay.
He did a short called The Landlord.
Oh, I love The Landlord.
It's so great. But since you left so many movies on the board here, I can't take that as my number 5 pick. Like,
I didn't know we could pick. Damn.
Like, when someone showed that to me, I can't remember. I think they showed that to me in high school, maybe even middle school. Dude, that was one of the funniest things ever. Give me my money, bitch.
I gotta get my drink on. That is, if you have not seen The Landlord, gosh. It's a Funny or Die YouTube video. It's so
funny.
So funny. I didn't think we could pick it either. I would put that.
So it's on my list.
I would put that above Anchorman too.
But my last one, I mean, maybe that is my 5 pick, but I was going to go with Semi-Pro.
I liked Semi-Pro, but not more than anything on this list.
Well, because I felt so. My other pick I was going to do was Wedding Crashers, but he's not in there long enough I felt like for us to count that, because I felt like The Landlord was actually longer than his time in The Wedding Crashers.
I agree. I did
so
not.
That's why.
Yeah, I didn't count it.
That's why I didn't like. It's Wedding Crashers made the bottom of my list, but that was like worst case scenario. I thought another good one, Blades of Glory. One that I think is underrated is Megamind.
I have not seen it.
I thought it was kind of funny. I've only seen it like twice, but when I saw it back when it first came out, I thought it was pretty funny. So I need to rewatch it, but that's why it didn't make my top 5, but it was on my list in case of worst came to worst.
Okay. So what are you picking?
Oh, didn't I say Semi-Pro?
Oh, you did pick Semi-Pro. Okay.
I mean, I'll take The Landlord instead, because I feel like The Landlord is way better than Semi-Pro.
The Landlord. let me look at our list. The Landlord is better than Anchorman 2. It's better than Zoolander, in my opinion, and it's better than Semi-Pro for sure.
Like, can I take the Landlord?
I say you get it, because it's way better than.
I'll take the Landlord.
It's way better than Semi-Pro.
Dude, that short, man, it's just so fucking funny.
How does this happen? I love your list better than mine.
I fucking love my list, dude. I got all of my picks. Mine is old school.
Like, you're 2 for 5. Like, your 2 through 5 would be my 3 through 6. No.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, like it's I love all of those movies so much. How do I like your list better than mine? I'm just so upset about that. And you started with,
because you don't write it down, George.
That's true.
You gotta write your list down.
That's true. You started with Elf, and I don't know how you recovered. Elf is not even Elf is not even the best Christmas movie.
That's
No,
blasphemous.
I stand by it. It's good.
Okay, not the best Christmas movie. I agree. It is not one of the best Christmas.
It's
Like
overrated
I
as a
think
Will
it's
Ferrell
I
movie
think
too.
it's I think it's top 10 Christmas movies.
Mm.
But Polar. Okay, I think timeout. We gotta do it. We gotta do a Christmas movie draft. Like we're not going to get into this. We gotta do a Christmas
Sean,
movie
it is
draft.
October. We're not doing it right now.
Not right now, but we can't. Like I can't be giving you my
Oh,
secrets here,
I
man.
thought you
Like
were gonna like launch a full draft tonight.
no. I think we got to do one. Not tonight though, because we're already an hour and a half in, so we should wrap it up. So,
Hey, this is still our shortest episode. I am more than proud of this.
Hey, hell yeah, man.
So we're gonna cut it right there. Thank you so much. Tell us which one of our snake drafts we like better. I will vote for Sean's, but
I will vote for mine also.
but yeah, vote for which team you like better. Let us know what you think about the episode. We'll have this up on Spotify. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I said YouTube twice.
Yep. All good.
Facebook, Twitter, X. I think X.
Yeah. X.
Yeah. So we'll be all over. Let us know what you think. And we will see you guys next week. Sean, take us out.
Yeah. Also, don't forget Wits End Snacks. I'm just gonna keep mentioning it, dude. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like this isn't supposed to be an ad read, but shameless plug here. Wits End Snacks. But yeah. See you guys next week. As remember, always part of the ship, part of the crew. Love you guys.